Hi everybody, this is Osprey from MyChartCoach.com, and in this video we're going to take a look at some of the altcoins. In the last video we looked at Bitcoin and Ethereum and the big dogs, and we were showing how they had some are in downtrends and some are starting to pull back and could be starting downtrends. And so now we're going to look at some of these other altcoins, and some of them are doing better. Take a look at ADA. Okay, so this is on a very nice uptrend. Check out how it's just breaking out today, breaking out higher. So congrats everyone. I know we have some people in the chat that are on this, so yeah, way to make money on the weekend. So this is very cool. Has a strong uptrend. It's riding EMA's 4 and 8 support higher. As you can see over here on the left, I have all the moving averages correct now. So we have EMA 4, 8, 13, the 50, 100, 200, and 300 day simple moving averages, and the Bollinger Bands. I'll have to throw in the parabolic SAR, but yeah, we're getting this all set up like the stockcharts.com chart with the same colored moving averages, so it'll make it easy for you to identify the support and resistance levels when you view my videos. If you see here, it's busting through the upper Bollinger Band, so it could pull back into the bands. That's what you always need to be on the lookout for. EMA 4 currently down here at 0. Down here at 3862. That's going to be the first big support level below. If the candles keep pushing higher, it's going to signal more upside potential. As you can see, this is a blue sky breakout. This cryptocurrency just started trading back here just not long ago, and so it's back in October, and so yeah, it's breaking out and making all-time new highs. So what you need to do is be sure to follow the intraday charts. If you look here at the 15-minute chart, you can see here that it is coming up here on a potential double top. So what you want to see is a break above high close resistance. So yeah, if you see here, it broke above high close resistance once, so it got above this closing price here at 930. That level was broke here at so the level was broke. It looks like this is from, yeah, I'm still getting used to the trading view chart, so bear with me, sorry about that, but nonetheless it looks like it's coming up here on a it hit it high, broke that level, and then now it's coming back up to test this the next high close resistance level to break, and so that's this 5143 level. Notice how it got hit a couple times and it failed to break, and then it got hit again on this long upper wick. It needs to close above that level and make a new high to signal that it wants to keep pushing higher. If it fails to break that level, that will signal potential downside risk, or just that it's cooling down. It's a very, very strong chart, but nothing goes straight up, and it's pushing super hard right now. Check out the ascending support line. Notice how it keeps bouncing off of this line. If it breaks below, that's where you could see this 50 simple moving average tested down here at 4.8. That is the downside risk. Right now it's riding the middle Bollinger Band higher. So as long as that middle Bollinger Band's holding, then the uptrend should continue. Once you see it break below these lines, that's when that 50 could get tested. If it breaks below the 50, that's when you could see a drop down to the 100 at 0.00 at the 4.326. But yeah, nice uptrend. Congrats everybody. Just be ready to lock in gains if it fails to break that resistance. Okay, let's look at IOTA. Okay, so this is one that we had been charting. As you can see here, it came up, it hit the top, it came back, and then it broke above that level, which was looking promising. But the red candle followed on the 20th. So it made the high on the 19th of December, and then it came back and it formed bearish Haremy reversal pattern, and then it was also subject to that crazy maneuver on the 22nd. You could see the lower wick came way down here by $1. It hit at $1.11 for a low, and then and so basically once it had that big whipsaw action on the 22nd, it never got back above the middle Bollinger Band. It dropped below the middle Bollinger Band. That's this solid purple line here. It needs to get above that level for a new uptrend to begin. This is similar to the Bitcoin chart where it's in a bearish downtrend right now. It's riding EMA's 4, 8, and 13 resistance lower. It has to get above these levels. If it still continues riding the EMA's lower, the next support level is going to be down here at the 50-day simple moving average at 258. That is the target. You could see a $1 drop, and notice that is lined up with the closing price over here on the 4th of December. Okay, so it has to get above the middle Bollinger Band to get a new uptrend going. Okay, so now look at EOS. This was a really nice stock, or nice cryptocurrency. Like I said before, this is one that I just found on StockTwits. People were talking about it, so thanks for the alerts out there. And we were on it down here here when it was below $1. In November, you know, it was heating up. It was below $1, and then it just really got cooking. I mean, this was the 1,000% gainer in a short period of time. It had the peak here on the 19th, and then it formed the same bearish hear me reversal pattern on the 20th, and the candles worked back into the bands. And then when that big crazy action happened on the 22nd, you could see it dropped all the way down to $3. It went from basically 11 to 3 in a very short period of time. We're talking about just a matter of minutes. And so when it bounced back up, it was able to get back above that middle Bollinger Band. Okay, and so notice how that's been acting as an ascending support line. The candles have been bouncing off of that level as it's been trying to push higher. Well, what you have here is what's called a bear flag. Okay, and so you have to always be on the lookout for this. When you have a big red candlestick like this, it's the opposite of a bull flag. You know, so this to me looks like it could be a bear flag where you have the support coming across. You know, and then you have it comes up and it hits resistance. All right, and so look how this looks like an upside down flag, and then once it broke below the ascending support here, that signaled downside risk, and then now today you have the break below the middle Bollinger Band. This is a very bearish signal. Okay, so the current price, notice where it's trying to find support right here on the closing price on the 13th, because if that fails to break, you are likely to see a huge drop all the way down here to basically the 50-day simple moving average, which is down here at 482, and then that closing price, which is down here at 509. That's the problem with the parabolic moves. Look how this is the classic Eiffel Tower pattern. You know, this is likely to retrace lower if that middle Bollinger Band turns into resistance. Okay, let's look at SALT. Okay, so this was really sweet. So congrats, everybody. You know, we had been putting out alerts that we were looking for a break above 0061. We were calling it we're calling it 61, 00061. That was what we kept putting on alerts on. Once it breaks above that level, that should signal that it's ready to head higher, and that happened on the 21st. And see, notice and I put this in the video that all the other ones were crashing, right? All of them were just had that crazy whipsaw action. But look at the candle on the 22nd for SALT. There was no huge drop. Notice there's no big lower wick. Notice how it stayed above the top of the channel. This has only been trading for a short period of time. Okay, so this is a brand new coin from October. You know, it's just started. They have a lot of stuff coming up in January. This is a lending company, and so yeah, this is why we were telling everybody down here that this was the one to like jump in, because look at it, it ran up to 12. I'm not messing around. I'm trying to help everybody. That's all I'm trying to do in these videos. And so basically. This broke out higher, and this was the green flag. This is what I was trying to say, everybody. This was bullish divergence. Everything else was crashing, and this thing held up. And then while all those other ones were dropping, look how this just totally ran. You could have jumped in on the 22nd when this held up, or the 23rd when the other ones were looking suspect, because this is in a strong uptrend. The candles are writing EMAs for support higher. Now, yesterday, there was a bearish reversal pattern did form here. So you do have the bearish hear me. That is a really big red candle. And there was a big volume spike 2 days ago. So you have to be a lookout for EMA 4 support breaking. It has been holding this whole time that we've got this had this entire push above the resistance. And so a close below, that would be a bearish change in trend. And see, look how that candle's getting smaller as I talk. So it looks like it could finally break today, and if that happens, you have 0009 on deck. You know, as long as the middle Bollinger Band way down here at 6.8 is holding, that uptrend is intact. But most people don't want to hold for that big drop. So you know, it could be a nice load opportunity if it does get a dip. If EMA 4 keeps holding, the chart's still strong. In order to head higher now, it has to make a new high close, so it has to get above this 11.8 level. Okay, so yeah, but congrats on SALT, everyone. Okay, now another one that was rocking it out, and we did put alerts on this one as well, is Gridcoin. Okay, so this is another one that's just been cruising higher. Notice the action on this one on the 22nd. It did have the all the way down to 0.055. And then, 0.055, and then it got back above the middle Bollinger Band. This is just in a super strong uptrend. So this has been a really nice chart. This is has a nice uptrend going. As long as this middle Bollinger Band down here holds, the uptrend should continue at 9.1. Now there is a bearish engulfing reversal pattern forming here today. This could be a signal that it could possibly consolidate. It's going to be all about at first EMAs 4 and 8. It looks like it could close below today. You could see the lower wick was hitting that middle Bollinger Band, just like all these other wicks. When there's finally a close below that middle Bollinger Band down here at 9.1, that's when you're going to signal, okay, the chart has finally cooled down and is broken. This uptrend is no longer sustained, and there could be downside risk. That's when you could see the drop down to 6.7. As long as support's holding, the signal is to keep riding, but be caution on today's candle today. Okay, so NEM. This is another one to look at. This is one of the, this is actually has a lot of value. It's one of the more valuable cryptocurrencies. The valuation of it is higher. So this is XEM is the ticker symbol, and so yeah, it has a pretty freaking high valuation right now. And I have no idea. I don't even really know about this coin, but yeah, I'm getting to know it. And I'm checking out the chart, and it does have a very strong chart right now. Notice the super tight Bollinger Bands in November. Those very tight Bollinger Bands were signaling to you, okay, there's a move coming. And then notice it's above all the moving averages. This is the 300, the 200, the 100, and the 50-day simple moving averages, and then the middle Bollinger Band is the 20-day simple moving average, and the candles are riding the EMAs 4 and 8 support higher. This has just been a really nice chart. It's hitting some resistance up here at $1, so $1 is the really big level, and then it has the high close resistance level to break, which is right here at 102, basically 103. So it needs to get above 103, and then what it needs to do is hold that middle Bollinger Band, which is down here at what is that, 80 cents. And so if it can hold that level, then the uptrend should stay intact. If you see it drop below that, then that's when you can see it break, and you can see it drop down to the 40s, maybe the 60s off of this previous peak. But nonetheless, right now it has to make a new high, and you really want to see it stay above $1 now that it's broken above $1. So keep an eye on that. And then another one to look at is Lumen Bitcoin. This is XLMBTC. So a lot of these trade in Bitcoin. So it's a little bit you have some crazy numbers. But check out this nice chart. I wanted to show it to you how it's filling the jar. Notice how it came down. It made the high up here in what is this, May 20th of 2017. And then it came back down, and then you can see the huge volume at the bottom. They loaded heavy, and then now it's working its way back up. This is what we call filling the jar, and so it looks like it's headed back up to 3. If it fails to break 3, that could signal a temporary top. It's going to have to get through this resistance over here on the left, this May resistance. The 2.7 level is a big level to break. Okay, and it's currently working on that 2.5 level. That's another level. So if it, but 3 is the big one, and if it can close above 3 and get a close, that would be a new high close here, and that would signal that it wants to head higher. So keep an eye on it. This is another one that as you can see, it's been trading since 2015, and this was the all-time high close. And so it's heading up to that level. If it makes a new all-time high close, that would be very bullish. It's currently trading above all the moving averages and riding EMAs 4 and 8 support higher. If we can, take a little closer look here, you can see today's candle is pushing above the upper Bollinger Band, and there is a long upper wick, so there's some profit taking off of high of day. You want to see EMA 4 hold, similar to these candles up here. The uptrend is intact. It is, a little frothy with that push above. So when that happens, you just always have to be on the lookout for it just cooling down for a minute. And then the last one that I wanted to show you here was Bitcoin Gold, and yeah, this is kind of interesting. The other Bitcoin is currently under a lot of pressure right now, and Bitcoin Gold has been way down here. It's at the bottom of the chart. So instead of the other cryptocurrencies being at the top, and working their way down, this is down here near historic lows. And so, yeah, if you're somebody that likes to be a bottom feeder and looks for things that are beaten up that could possibly, get a little run, this might be something to take a look at here. Notice it's bouncing off of the all-time low here. It's hitting the previous support level from back here when it first started trading. And so it's currently holding the middle Bollinger Band. That's what what you want to see. As long as it's above that middle Bollinger Band, as long as it's holding above 17 cents, it's technically in play for our strategy. And then what you want to see is a break above the high close here at 0.024, and then that would be that would be very bullish. So above 2.4, and then right above it is that 50-day simple moving average that's just starting to form. So if we could break it, see what makes it interesting are the tight Bollinger Bands. Look how tight the Bollinger Bands are. Look how they were super wide over here, and then they've constricted and they've become very tight. And then you have these multiple doji type candles in a row, very small candlesticks in a tight trading range. It's signaling that a move is coming. So either Bitcoin Gold is going to break down and it's going to hit new all-time lows and it's going to come down here and hit 10. Or it's getting ready to break out, and it could run above 2.4. So I would keep an eye on it. All right, thank you very much for viewing this video. If you'd like to learn more about charts and technical analysis, please come check out our chat. The link will be at the bottom of the YouTube video. And yeah, please hit the like button if you like this video, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you.